Fuck it.
We live.
You know what's cracking like it, man?
Not much. Same old, same old. We live one time for the two-time, for the second time round. No particular date, no particular topic lined up. You got yours, I got mine, we got ours.
Already. You know how we
So,
do it, man. So yeah, man. I was scrolling, man. I was scrolling the other day. Matter of fact, today.
that's how you get fucked up
You
sometimes.
do. You do. You
Scrolling.
scrolling these YouTube. Fuck you scrolling any goddamn platform streets, man. You gonna run across some shit. You gonna be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And I ran across this goddamn video, this little clip or whatnot, man, and it made me think, what would it be like to be Kanye West's friend? Because we know that nigga Kanye is a different animal. He's a different species. I ain't gonna go too far into what I want to say, but this clip, man, we're gonna kick the show off tonight with this right here because I want y'all to put yourself in Deon Cole. Just in case you don't know who Deon Cole is, he's a comedian. And he's a very funny comedian. Just imagine this is you. And Kanye West is a close friend of yours. What up, Crucial? What up, Uncle Charles? Miss T, what's going on, Miss T? I see you in the building. I've been seeing your pretty face all over the goddamn internet and shit, too. Salute to y'all for being in the building. Y'all check this shit out, man. Just imagine you or Deon Cole right now.
We want to give it up for good friend. Coming out, dog. You had a good time, man? Did you laugh? Like, not no fake laugh, nigga. Like you was laughing for real. You want to give me no sympathy laugh. Like, you was like busting the fuck up. Why your body language ain't showing bust the fuck up body language? You up there like, Yeah. Did you laugh for real? It's good. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you coming out and shit, you know. Yeah, that's what's up, though. Good shit. This is good. This is a good, healthy conversation. Two great friends. What are you looking out for? Anything? Nothing? No music? No shirts? Sweaters? Boots? New album?
Okay, Kanye, let's go.
You should get on the interlude. I'm still trying some material out. You think you can send me like a care package or something? For real, like I want to wear some shit. We rock it on stage. I'm not too old though. I probably look good. Am I vintage? Send me a care package, man. That'd be cool. I appreciate that shit. That's what's up, man. Thank you, God, for real, man. Thank you for being the legend that you are. Hold down. I give it up for you, y'all.
Well,
Jizzle, man, can you imagine we doing this show and you come on like, yeah, we in the building, man. What's cracking, boss?
right. Yeah, that's Ye. That's Ye. That remind me of that damn clip where he's laughing and then he just stopped, just like out of nowhere, just stone face. Yeah, man. That's man. He dealing with something, man. So
Yeah, he has come out, and I think we all know he is bipolar. So can you hold him accountable for his actions?
yes.
Yes. You say yes.
Depending on whichever side of the coin he's on at the time, yes.
But he can't control it though. Right?
I mean, they got medicine for. I don't know, man. That don't give me the.
I mean, it's just like when Game did an interview with Shannon Sharp, and he was talking about his relationship with Kanye, and Shay asked him like, when you see Kanye going far left, like as his friend, do you say anything? Or like, especially if he says some shit about you, like he's done before. And Game, I gotta give Game credit the way he responded. It was like, well, that's. I have to sit back and say he's having one of those left days, and I have to accept it. And what else can you do, bro? Nothing.
Nah, if that's your boy, that's your partner, man. Hey, that's Ye being Ye.
Mr. T said he can control it. I don't know. I don't know how it is or how I feel to be bipolar. God, thank you for putting me in my right mind. But it just makes you wonder, like, is there anyone there with him? I don't think his wife or his girlfriend, I don't know if he even still with the damn lady. Can she help him if Kanye decides to say, I ain't taking that goddamn medicine that make me feel like a fucking zombie?
Right. He has to create. I'm pretty sure the medicine, whatever medicine it is that they've tried to give him, makes him feel less creative. If your whole career is to create, whether it's fashion or music, are you gonna take that medicine? This is how the little one gonna get fed, man. This is how So you take it for what it is, man. I'm Ye, and I create. I have created legendary music, and that music will
the
be
medicine makes
timeless.
it less creative, huh?
Well, more than often not, it do. It may turn, like you said, turn you to a robot type shit. For a lot of these disorders, the medicine is not conducive to free thinking, creativeness, and sporadic behavior. Because the medicine is to take away the sporadic, and that sporadic may be what makes the magic happen. So it's like I can't really. That's why when he get in these rants, it's just Ye being Ye, man. In my opinion,
I don't know. He wasn't like that when he first came out, or was he? I don't know. He was very creative. He's making beats, and putting out dope projects. And I think as time went on, I think he sipped from that teacup that they say he don't sip from. That spoon.
Yeah. But see, the thing is that if he kept making the music he was making, he wouldn't be an icon. He's an icon because he made the music he made in the beautiful, dark, twisted fantasies and the music that we don't really fuck with. Like, that's what made him the icon instead of just the rapper / producer type shit. So it's hard,
You really feel that way?
Yeah. Oh no. There's a mystique behind Kanye's music. Like, that mystique that wasn't there when he produced Down and Out for Cameron. He was a producer at that point. He didn't have that. There wasn't this lore behind, this character that went with it and all of it. Like, now it's a whole different. You listen to Vultures, and these are has a cult following of his sound that he kind of started, basically. From Bryson Tiller and all of these other artists who kind of taken the style and kind of ran with it.
So you think his music is better, or his following feel like his music is better after he did College Dropout?
I feel like I don't like the music better personally, but I feel like for commercial to he wouldn't have toured Australia if he was still making boom pow, down and out Cameron type, traditional hip hop. I feel like he got over that hump.
Oh shit, that ain't
by
come
doing
out,
this.
did it?
Oh yeah, no, it did. But these Europe tours and these big listening parties where he doesn't even have a microphone and the whole stadium came out just to watch him run around the stage and bob to his music and shit while subtitles of the music is playing. Like he's a different monster out here, man. I just wanted to
even being, let's say he was still in good graces with Jay-Z. He came up with under Jay-Z or whatnot. You think, let's say he wouldn't have ventured off into this new Kanye that we hear. Under Jay-Z, whose career was, I know Miss T finna say some smart shit in a minute because we talking about Jay-Z, but you don't think he would have still been successful as that Kanye West when he first came out, when he did the song talking about his mom and all that? I thought that was dope. You don't think if he continued in that path, he would have been big as he was?
If he was still making beats for Beanie Siegel and State Property, no. Even if, it was, the music was for that time and that period of his life, and I feel like if he didn't switch up somehow, he would be, where a DJ Premier is, or not DJ Premier, but you get what I'm saying. Like he would be where Eric Sermon is, or someone, who just stuck with the gun. Like, hey, this is this,
Okay. I don't know. Hey, each his own, because I don't like the new Kanye. That shit is weird, man. Like that Donda, Donda. That shit was horrible, bro. Man, that's my opinion. But hey, I couldn't have no conversation with Kanye, with him off of his meds. It'd be too hard. Like you trying to, talk up some good music. Hey man, let's do this, and he just sit here looking at you like you're a fucking bump on a log or some shit, bro. Like, you know what? I'll let you tomorrow, bro. I'll let you tomorrow.
Yeah. But man, we're gonna keep it rolling. I think, and this is kind of like a statement. This is a statement. It's not really a topic. One thing that white people will never understand is having a name attached to their body that's only there because of traumatic circumstances.
Break that down, please, sir.
Your last name, Blake.
Oh, okay. You said a name attached to their body. Okay.
Yeah, a name attached to their person that only is that because of traumatic circumstances. That's one thing a lot of white people never understand. I don't know. I've been looking and just seeing, things get said. And I know this is not hip hop, but I kind of went up on this deep dive yesterday where I'm in ChatGPT typing, what is his last name? Like, what is the heritage of this last name? That did my last name, did all the black people I know, every single one. English, French, Scottish, Irish. Mine is Irish. Says yours is English, And I was like, this is one thing white people will never understand. And then I started doing people who I work with, white people, there's an Italian lady. I type her last name, Italian. This is primarily Italian. This is, this person is primarily this, and they're really that. Like, this is one thing, we don't know anything about this. This is our, this all we know is having white people last name. And so it's just a statement, an observation, and that's that. I'll rest up.
I don't really think people have sat down and did their homework to find out where their name came from. I never did. I'm glad you brought that to my attention. I didn't know. I'll be honest with you, and this is not to sound like an asshole. I really didn't give a shit. It's just my name. Long as you don't, call me some disrespectful shit. You call me by what my mom named me, and I'm cool with that. But I never thought about that. I never thought about that, bro. That's some deep shit.
Well, I got kind of a different last name, so I kind of did some research to see, and I was like, this shit here I'm reading here, white people have no idea. And maybe they're just along the lines where you say you like, I don't even care, type shit. And that is what it is. But I'm kind of into genealogy and all of that, so figured I'd bring that forward. But that really wasn't, I just throwing a monkey wrench in there.
I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Another thing, and we're gonna switch to the music now, because I was watching a Big Crit interview, and matter of fact, let me pull it up. They were talking about, coastal music and how rap really is the only, like, you don't have a West Coast reggae, East Coast reggae, Southern reggae. It's like, and they kind of go into why it's like that and things. And I thought it was interesting. So let me go ahead and share this up. Fuck it, we live. We're gonna do this thing like
fuck it, we live. Shit. Salute everybody in the goddamn building, man. Salute to everybody. No.
Yeah.
You haven't got that one and checked out our new project, Brainstorm is in store. Go cop that shit, man. Stop that shit.
Yes, sir.
Populated in the demographics of that area.
Yeah.
That's listening. They got to be able to identify with us.
Makes sense.
When we talking.
Yeah, the demo is really important. When you really break it down, like even you look at like businesses and you be like, man, why is this business here? There's like they all looking at the demographic
and how it serves them.
Yep.
I mean, now more than ever though, the stats are there. You should be able to tap in.
Why it's so low?
This will work for me. This is how this is structured.
Damn.
I think the problem is how do you navigate when everyone else can see those stats too?
Yeah. I feel
like a lot of people aren't into much of demographic and like looking at numbers as you really think, because shout out to DJ Head, but we were talking about like, West Coast music and music in the South, and we was like, well, why, the music over here doesn't kind of travel over, to the South? And he was like, you gotta look at the demographic.
A lot of East, you will never, you always see a lot of people from the East Coast not really be fans of West Coast music. Like New York and all that, they are not fans of West Coast music.
Okay,
like that.
Only reason I would say that, I think that's based off of the history between the music. Because when I think about funk, soul, R&B, there's no West Coast, East Coast narrative for real. Back in the day, you might have a band that would say, oh, we South this or whatever, but it never deterred somebody from the West from listening to their music. I think hip-hop created this narrative of the coastal divide. Sonically back then, they all were sampling from the same people that they really enjoyed
they all
and
sounded
loved.
the same when you really, back in what? This had to be like in the 80s in the essence?
Possibly, yeah, 80, because you were, because then back then you also were limited with what you were making the music on.
This is also true.
So you're dealing with break beats, you're dealing with 8-bar samples, and you're moving all this around. I think once we got into the 90s, you could program, you could add your own swing. But I think hip hop, the narrative was you represent so hard for where you from, and then that's what it is, which hip hop has been great for.
It became territorial a little bit.
mean, yeah, but there's nothing wrong with being competitive and then wanting to speak about where you're from. But there's an underlying narrative of how you're telling the story. I feel like when you're a musician, you're excited to go to see other musicians play because you want to learn their craft. But when you come from the hood of this particular place in this particular city, you more like, this how we get down. And so I think that's what kind of happened with the competitive nature of hip hop underneath the mind frame of telling your story more than the musicality that was happening.
So that's basically it. I'm gonna stop it right there. I don't know. What's your thoughts? What or something that stuck out to you? It just
I feel what Big Crit was saying, and it goes back to the foundation of hip hop. It goes back to how hip hop evolved. It came from New York, came from up north, and we're gonna get into this a little later. But I don't see anything wrong with introducing a different sound or just repping hip hop on how you see it or how it makes you feel or the sound that your area creates.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I think it would have been like that regardless in anything.
Yeah.
Because whenever you start anything in entertainment, music, we even talk about sports. Like they try to say down south football players are big, strong, and they say West Coast football players are super fast and quick.
Yeah.
It happens in everything. You know what I'm saying? Is that a bad thing? No. But it can put hip hop in a box in your demographic, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Because if you just stick to the Southern sound, or you just stick to the New York sound, or the West Coast sound, or the Midwest sound, that's all you're gonna get. And if your radio stations are not playing anything from another coast, or like you spoke earlier, hell, from another country, you won't know. You're gonna think the sound that you're hearing is what hip hop's supposed to sound like, and it's not.
Right. Right. And I think that's an excellent breakdown. Actually. Damn. Hold on.
What up, Kim?
Yeah, it's like this is what it's supposed to like. This is what it's supposed to sound like. This shit that we call this hip hop, this music. You grow up and that's true. And I don't see anything wrong with it, to be honest. I feel like it actually pushes the culture forward to an extent. If it, in certain manners, I feel like it does push the culture forward. And without it, I feel like the game, it wouldn't be where it's at now, and it would be a bit stagnant. From having the Florida sound, which I miss the Florida sound, and how now the Florida sound is what it is. It's like it's not very distinct anymore. There was a distinct Florida sound, these type of beats with the whistles and shit that Trick Daddy used to have and his shit, from the Luke shit to the having different bass music elements in these different places. It was more distinct. I feel like the lines are getting blurred now. But it's not a terrible thing. But as you spoke on being boxed in, it can do that as well, as far as where you like, this has got this is it right here. Like, and Lil Wayne would be my analogy for that. Whenever he was talking to Fresh, or I think he said, wasn't in an interview or something, Lil Wayne was told, or Fresh was saying, Lil Wayne told me, like, man, look, the beats, I want some other beats, man. Like,
Right.
he was trying to like expand. In which I don't know why Fresh didn't just say, all right, I got you, and send him some shit that, because I know he could do it, but, I don't know.
And I think it's the region. And it makes you wonder what created that sound. Like, and this is going to be a good segue into the next topic. But, because when we talk about hip hop or where it originated from, you talk about boom bap. That comes from New York. It comes from up north. And I think when hip hop was started, it was mainly there, but of course we heard it because it was on the radio. And we was like,
Yeah.
shit, I want to do that as well. And then you had producers down south and the West Coast start making their own sound. And it wasn't wrong because think about it, Dr. Dre. Would you say Dr. Dre created this sound for West Coast?
I'll take it a step further and I'll say Parliament and George Clinton. And because that funk music that they were sampling was of Parliament, George Clinton, and then it turned into G-Funk, which I do feel like, yes, Snoop played a heavy hand in. DJ Quick, who people may not fuck with, he played a heavy hand. This certain sound came from these guys like DJ Quick and Dr. Dre, and that they ran with that funk. It's like the East ran with the beats and breaks from James Brown, but the West was following the melodies of Parliament and all of that. So
pretty much it was, could you say that it was a different genre of hip hop who helped create the sound of these certain regions? Would you say that? Because we talking about G-Funk or we talking about James Brown, that's not hip hop, right?
Well, with James Brown, I would somewhat disagree because I feel like he's one of the first rappers ever known to man. But
all right,
yeah, I would say on the surface, yes, exactly right. And I think if you go to the South, I do think more blues was more influence, in which maybe more blue. But I almost think the South it's different because it's so vast. Like I feel like the NO bounce and the NO New Orleans sound, it kind of stemmed from the culture of New Orleans, which kind of they have a lot of horns. They do the dancing in the street and shit, and they got trumpets and horns, and then you hear that in them fresh beats. You hear them trumpets. You hear them. So I think it just it definitely it comes from somewhere. Each one of these, I feel like.
Rex says, facts. I'm in Philly. Siegel, G-Rap, some of the best ever to rap, but nobody will ever know that. You talking about Benny Siegel? I'm assuming that you're talking about when you say Siegel.
Benny Siegel.
But G-Rap is he came before Benny Siegel. So that's why I was making sure he was talking about the same two. What's up now? Oracle in the building, salute. He said James Brown laughing out loud, R&B.
Go back and listen. Rap. Go back and listen to James Brown. Tell me he ain't doing rap ad-libs. I'm just saying, man. I
think that's where Mystical get a lot of his shit from. To be honest with you.
Yeah, James Brown will sit there for 8 bars, do nothing but say phrases, just scream out phrases like, trying to tell you. I came down. I'm the talk of the town. Like, tomato. I'll get what you're saying though. For the most part, yeah, it was a bunch of R&B influence and soul influence in that thing, but
a lot of soul. Soul, of course, I think is. Can you connect soul to the South?
Yes, that's where I would. And see, even with soul music, there was Northern soul. There was Northern soul, in which you hear, if you go to YouTube and type in Northern Soul playlist, you will hear a lot of Jay-Z samples. You'll hear a lot of samples from Heatmakers, all the, Alchemist and all these guys. You'll hear these samples in that Northern soul. And that was a different type. We got Southern soul, which now has kind of just took off. They got whole radio station. I know when I was on my way to Florida, there was a whole station. They played nothing but Southern soul. Like that whole time they was playing that shit. I was like, okay, get me in the Southern vibe and shit.
Yeah. So I think, maybe that's what created the sound for each coast. What would you say created the sound for the Midwest, man?
The smorgasbord. It's a melting pot. I'm going to be honest. I'm from the Midwest. It was a melting pot, man. We we was taking things from everywhere, listening to
Okay,
that
yeah.
music. I would say primarily West though, because the artists in Kansas City, KC, Mac Dre was in KC like crazy, back and forth. The Fat Tones and the Rich the Factor got on with JT the Bigger Figure. From Kansas City at least, it was a melting pot. And I almost think Chicago took more from Southern. That's how I kind of always looked at it. Like Chicago, like Do or Die and all that, they kind of pulled more from Southern than the West, I feel like. Even with the beats and all of that. But
Now, Oracle say only technical difference. Star Wars James was one of the greatest rappers ever. And I don't know what that means when she say Star Wars James. I don't know
Star
if
Wars.
he ever played in the movie Star Wars. I don't know. You have to break that down for me, Queen Mother. Because I'm not sure what that actually means. But
Yeah, that's
I've
all I
heard
had on.
James being mentioned as a rapper as well. But go ahead, bro.
But yeah, that's all I had on that. We could go ahead, keep it rolling.
That is a great segue into what I definitely have to talk about. It was an interview that was done on I call it the Drunk Podcast with Nori. And they had the homie up there, Papoose.
Yeah.
And they had a conversation that I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to hear. And me and Jizzle, we talk about this conversation a lot. And Jizzle is a man of balance. He feel like everything should have some type of balance to it. And
Okay.
I respect that. But I want y'all to hear. I took a clip from that live or that episode. And I want to get y'all opinion because I totally disagree. Y'all check this shit out, man.
I mean, definitely. I don't think it should have been like that. I do think New York City would have been in a better place if it was, if we was letting the people dictate it instead of the politics. Dictate who gets that fair shot, like Saigon was saying. You know what I'm saying?
I think that at one point we were so being denied. I can't say it was Ebo's fault, but we were so being denied New York getting played on New York stations that New York artists started to try to sound
That's
like
what happened. And
the South. They tried to start to act like what was happening. You agree with that?
Yeah.
I agree with
Okay.
that.
You agree with
And
that?
it's funny because
Yeah.
Rosenberg just posted something. He's saying, "Oh, we didn't fuck up New York hip hop. It fucked up when niggas start trying to copycats, trying to sound
Rosenberg
like the
didn't say
South."
niggas.
Nah, he ain't say
All right.
niggas.
I just fuck with you. Just fuck with you.
Yeah, he said it fucked up when motherfuckers started trying to sound like the South and started trying to. I'm like, because dudes felt like they had to make them kind of records to get on the radio. So dudes started feeling like,
Hey,
damn.
check the private chat.
Oh, no, they playing a bunch of shit. They playing Nelly. They playing all these records that not from our region. So maybe we got to switch our shit, put a little drawl in our shit, or start doing collaborations with dudes from out. Because we felt like that's what we needed to do, get on the radio,
Right.
because that's the shit y'all
I
was doing.
think they was playing it for so long that when the younger generation came up, that's all they heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that's what
So-
drill is.
That-
So they ain't have a chance to get inspired by, you know what I'm saying?
What is it? What is it called? Drill?
Drill.
I think that's one of the styles.
Yeah. So that's what it's kind of like
Trap.
New York.
Trap, niggas.
But yeah, like.
But there's also the side of the pendulum swinging the whole way the other way because the South and other regions felt they couldn't penetrate New York at all. So it felt like it went all the way to the other side.
True.
You know?
What you mean when you say couldn't? I mean, I don't want to use that word you use.
Yeah. But we know what
Artists,
you
What you mean?
other regions,
Yeah.
the mecca of everything hip hop, industry and culturally was New York, has always been New York from the birth to when the
New York
industry
started
took
hip
off.
hop though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So I feel like, bro, this is what I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And everybody know
I like this debate. Let's go.
Everybody know I love every
Right.
city, every state. I travel freely, you know what I'm saying? And not all places, but some places, they kind of mad at us because we created hip hop.
No, but
They
nobody
kind of hate us for that.
But nobody's mad about
I always say it. I ain't got nothing to do with this shit.
I always made it.
I'm gonna let you go.
Part of it.
I'm gonna let you go.
Right, right.
I'm gonna let you go. Oh, you say it too?
I say it.
He ain't never said that.
I always say that. I always say you hate on us. I always say
Oh, no, you said because he's created hip hop. That's a different way
Hey
of
man,
saying
that's
that.
probably the reason why.
But
He didn't know.
let me just finish, right?
Yeah.
And I want to tell y'all, it's not our fault, bro. Like, niggas is like mad at New York niggas. It's not our fault, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
they mad at what the executives did to them. Like,
I think they kind of mad because at one point in time, since hip hop started in New York City, and it's a beautiful thing that everybody do it everywhere now. Yeah. But at one point in time, they had to look to the city for hip hop.
Bullshit.
Go ahead.
Straight bullshit. We never hated on New York rappers because hip hop originated from upstate. Never, ever. We got a homie up, man. Let's bring the homie up, man. That's Rex, man. Let's see what he got to say, man. What's going on, fam?
Yo.
You on mute.
No, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just letting you see me. No, I am a troll or whatever. But I'm going to cut my camera off. But I was just letting y'all see me and shit. I'm not a troll at all.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
No, we appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
I appreciate that.
Cool. Yeah, but I was telling y'all, niggas like G-Rap, Kool G-Rap, and Bean Seagulls, they kept them off the radio because their music was so hardcore where niggas like that, these people really don't even know about. Like, these some of the greatest lyricists you ever heard in your life. Ever. Like, you remember, because it looks, well, I'm in my mid-40s, right? Y'all brothers don't look like y'all 20s no more. I'm just, shout out to y'all.
Hey, I wish. I'm 45, bro.
I'm 44, right? Yo. No, I'm just looking at y'all niggas ain't that young. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah, I'm 37.
Y'all remember Raw with Big Daddy Kane where he ain't even cuss in his whole rap. Not one cuss word, and a nigga destroyed that shit. Without one cuss at one time. How many men can even do that in the world?
Well, I believe Nas can do it.
Anybody can do it. I'm not sure. It's hard. No cuss word is the whole rap, though.
Yeah, it's some guys definitely it's some guys definitely out there that can do it. Me, myself, for one, Boss for one, but I think T.I., there's guys who could do it. I think when you speak on, when you came on, I think when you mentioned lyricism, my conversation goes to value, what the audience values, right? If we had, they talking about how it's created here, and at a certain point, they said the NY radio stopped playing it, and you said that it was too hard, it wasn't basically like radio friendly. It's like, what do you value? Because you can blank the curse words out, but at a certain time, people value.
But you gonna mess the music up like that. My fault. But you gonna mess the music up. I'm saying like that though. Do you agree with that? Some of the songs, like for example, right? Why I consider Biggie Smalls the best rapper that I ever heard, because he would tell stories that related to street niggas like myself, right? Like being broke at 30 don't pay the bill. What do you say? Smoking blunts at some shit, but being broke at 30 don't pay the bills. Some shit like that. Like it related to street niggas. So a story to tell, Kool G-Rap was the same way. But yeah, I mean it relates to niggas. So that's why I call him the best lyricist I ever heard. Because he relates to niggas like me from the streets.
So I have to ask this question because you from up north, because I really don't know how up northerners feel when it comes to Biggie and Jay-Z. You feel like Biggie's a better rapper than Jay-Z?
Facts.
Hell
Easy.
no. Hell no.
Oh my God. You must say listen to enough of Biggie then. He ain't say shit. Yo, when you think about it, like when he say, I'm in your ass, well, I guess he fucked some broad from the New York Knicks team. I don't know who, Anthony Mason broad maybe. But he said, yeah, he like, remember I'm in that ass while you play against the Utah Jazz 112. She playing me close.
CD,
She came twice, I
CD
came
Blast. I
last.
was
Go to
fast. She
grass.
take twice. I
Yeah,
came
Yeah.
last. Puff the ass. Yeah,
Go to
yeah.
grass.
He.
No, road is grass. I'm
I
sipping
think
on
the Jays.
homo. Nigga, I heard a bell. Honey, I'm home.
Yeah, and
Situations
see,
like this, nothing is wrong.
and
Go
what
ahead.
I say to
Go
that,
ahead.
what I say to that is like how me and Boss we was talking about earlier, how certain things resonate different to different demographics. Like you're in a certain demographic, you know, Boss from Georgia, I'm in Dallas by way of Kansas City, Missouri. So, you know, Boss
I'm in
being in
Philly. I
Georgia,
listen to all my life.
yeah, that's what's up. You know, Boss being in Georgia, when he heard 8Ball Lost album and my homeboy's girlfriend, he hear that story, that's gonna resonate more to him than the Biggie storytelling in the way MJG and 8Ball, the storytelling they was doing and the storytelling Scarface was doing to someone who was born in Dallas, Texas or something, that might resonate more towards, you see what I'm saying? It's kind of a demographic
No,
type
I
of
got you.
thing, you
I
know?
got you. Yeah, I got you. And that's why I said it was funny. I said Jay Z, and I'm like, we done heard so much more from Jay Z than Big, because Big, unfortunately, got his life taken. But I mean,
Yeah.
Big was a whole different animal. I mean, he would speak about like street niggas. I don't know if he lived it, but I know he was talking that shit.
yeah,
And
yeah.
street niggas, I understood that shit.
And I think when it comes to the storytelling aspect of hip hop, you know, you got cautionary tales, you got motherfuckers who actually talk about the things that they live through, and I think a lot of people respect that more. And but then you have people who just are great storytellers. Period. Like he
Scarface.
said, 8Ball MJG, they're great at it. But if you want to talk about somebody who lived that life, then we have to go down to the South, where we know certain people did live the life that they rap about. Also on the West Coast, Tupac.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We know
But
the things that Tupac rapped about. We watched him live his life in the public's eye.
no,
We watched
look,
this shit.
but Tupac was a fake ass West Coast nigga. He's really from the East Coast. So we all know that. Let's drop that off, bro. Let's not even do that. We ain't gonna do that on here. We not gonna call him a West Coast nigga because he did get hit up and he turned into a West Coast nigga. But we know he's an East Coast nigga. We already know that. And we know he got a little hard on juice. We know this. Come on, bro. Let's stop doing that.
So
We not
because
gonna do that.
because he's from the East Coast, but
Tupac a West Coast
he
nigga.
moved to the West Coast and resonated more with those guys, we gotta downplay that.
No, I'm not downplaying. I would even say he been in the West Coast for 3 years now. You're a West Coast nigga. The nigga died at what 26, so he was in the East Coast 23 years of his life.
But he
Right, so he
died.
a West Coast nigga all of a sudden.
If he was still
So I
living,
agree with
he'd
you,
still
bro.
be over there.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that shit.
Hey, Pac said, let me take this dashiki off and put on this bulletproof vest, nigga.
No disrespect to the brother. I'm just saying, when he called him West Coast, I was like, is he really West Coast? Really? The nigga made a movie, got shot, then went to the West Coast, started disrespecting the nigga. And guess what?
So
The
hold
same
on.
niggas that he went over there. Go ahead.
So hold
My
on,
fault.
back to the radio, and I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to get back to the video we was just watching. Back to how
Go ahead.
there was some comments said, and they said basically the radio, and then Papoose agreed to this. He said the radio stopped playing NY, so the artists kind of, the NY artists at the time started doing less boom bap NY type music because of the radio. And then you hear the other side of it where the artists, where what Ebro said, which is the artists started doing such and such. So we stopped, so which one do you think it is, man? What would, from your perspective?
Let me take this one first real quick, Rex.
Okay.
You gotta understand when Outkast came up, I believe it was the Source Awards. and they made that statement. The South got something to say too, because y'all looked at us, not y'all, but up Northerners, and I guess you will be a part of that too, Rex. And I'm gonna say you are one of them, but they looked at us like we were slow. And we came in and we did our fucking thing from Outkast going to Goody Mob. Then and you see how it developed. T.I.
Scarface, nigga. Scarface. Yeah, he the best that ever did it. It's from Houston.
Absolutely.
Best that ever did it from Houston.
So when we talk about how we took over and never gave it back, and then he had the nerve to say the youth never had an opportunity to see or hear what hip hop was like up north. Nah, we took it over because y'all wouldn't share. Y'all didn't like us.
Oh shit!
They wouldn't share the radio stations with us. Tell
This
them
nigga wild. He wild.
Here we go. Here we
go.
go.
You know y'all ain't play our shit up north, bro. You know that. Go ahead.
Philly always give niggas upstate, up in Texas. We give y'all props, nigga. We always say we love your women and all that shit. All I'm saying is you niggas can't fuck with us lyrically. It's not even close. The shit's not even close.
Man, hey.
Like Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls. Go ahead, bro. My fault. Go ahead.
So you said basically the South lyrically they value
fuck with the East Coast.
Well, I noticed you put the caveat of lyrically on it. When it comes to making making a full length LP, all of this goes back, and I'm gonna go back to what people value, because I feel like yes, the up north they value lyricism a bit more than the South, but the things that the South brought in, I feel like, far as the club, the strip club, just how the Southern music reverberates through a crowd, it's a little bit different than DJ Premier beat. And I think I don't think anybody can disagree with that.
But DJ Clue is different. Let me ask you a question real quick. Not to cut you off, but we go back, right? Because we all up there when we heard shout out to Jay-Z and what was my homeboy from New York? They got killed they had the 8-minute song where they were just going back and forth. What was the young boy name that died early in New York?
What Big L?
Big L.
All of them niggas go back and forth. Like, come on, what nigga? And not shout out to Houston. They do have some good, but what niggas can fuck with that type shit? Come on, man. Be serious.
Well, I mean, it's subjective. I will say.
Very
I mean,
subjective.
I will say what Big L was doing on the mic, influence from Children of the Corn to rapping with McGruff, Cam, Mace, and that whole Children of the Corn movement. He was spazzing at that time, and when I go back and listen, yes, he was. He was. That style of flow, I love it. But I'm more the Boom Pap supporter up on the panel right now. But Boss, and I'm gonna let you get your shit off, Boss, because of what he said. He said about the lyrics. Give him some lyricists from the South. I guess I don't know if you listen to or if you listen to Southern music or not, but there are some guys down here who can spit, man. And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
And most definitely, I expect for him to go hard for New York. But before I even get into what you just asked me, it's like if lyricism was that important for all Northerners, not just New York, Northerners from Philly all the way up, or wherever the hell you want to start with the North, go all the way up. If it was that important and that serious, we would have never took over, for one. For two, for you to say we ain't no lyricists, that's straight cap. For one, you already named one, and that was Scarface. We got people like Tip, Andre 3K. We got, and I would give you even Luda. Luda can spit his ass off as well. You know what I'm saying? And we got B.O.B. Man, we got Field Mob. We got Goody Mob. We got people who rap, and we gonna go to the conscious sector, which I was.
Sci-Hi.
You got great producers. Y'all got better beats. That's what y'all wear, that beats. Y'all got
So
that shit.
you ever
That's
heard
what y'all
of
listen, nigga.
you heard of hey, well that's half the song, right?
That is half the song. I agree with you. Ain't no doubt about that. Y'all got the beats, nigga. I don't agree with that.
Okay.
Y'all got the
What do you
beats.
mean?
You heard of
What do you mean we have the beats when y'all can choose some of the same producers that we choose, right? Y'all just don't.
Yeah.
well then that's not going I couldn't hear Benny. I don't want to hear Kanye. I don't want to hear Conway the Machine on a Zaytoven beat. I'm just saying. But I don't know. Have you ever heard of Sci-Hi the Prince or?
Oh, I didn't even name them.
I never heard. I think I heard of the name, but I never heard. And let me ask you a question, right? Because they got a sector that's called the Mo 3 sector. What's up with the young boy Mo 3? I know somebody took his life, but I was asking, I heard a couple of his songs before. He was okay. Was he like an R&B type rapper? Because I heard a couple of songs. Some of the joints was alright. He had about 2 songs that I heard that was good. I never listened to his whole his whole album or nothing, but I heard about a couple of songs that was alright. So what about him?
I can respond to that because I fuck with Mo 3 the long way. I'm glad you even asked that question because I know YJ he don't too much care for it. But Mo 3 was going to be one of the next rappers of this new generation, even though he sung and rapped. The dude he was very talented. He kind of actually. No, don't get this twisted. When I say this, he kind of remind you of T-Pain. If you ever listen to T-Pain rap and sing, that was Mo 3. But Mo 3 did that shit on an elevator.
He was a better rapper though. He was a better rapper.
Yeah.
Than
Oh
T-Pain.
yeah. Most definitely. Because 3 will get in that bag where I hit your body, you put the body, but like he really could get in that bag. But a lot of the time you would hear him, I take my soul about another. Like he did the melodic shit in which I like more. I like more of his rapping when he just get on there and spit 24 bars and leave. Like that. Them was my favorite Mo 3 songs. Like, but far as the new generation, man, they love it.
What I be saying with if you ever listen, right, and y'all seem like some brothers, right? I ain't saying y'all was no. I'm not saying nothing about y'all lives. I don't know who y'all are, but from a street nigga, like I said from Philly, that's what I be saying with Big and Siegel, Kool G Rap. When they talk that shit, I can kind of see what they talking about when them niggas said Colombians, Dominicans, whoever it was, he had it tucked under the leather. 20 keys, 20 G's, blew his brains out. Because witnesses we don't leave on the road to riches and diamond rings. Real niggas do real things. Hanging with the bitches is the song I sing. And at this point in my life, that's what I roll with. I'm around with my women. I don't even I know a lot of niggas, but I hang with I roll with my women.
You fuck with RJ Payne?
Not really. No, but you ever heard of what's his boy? Reed. He like a battle rapper from Philly. I think a young boy. His name is something Reed.
Easy to Block Captain.
Something like that.
Oh, Reed. Yeah. Fuck Reed.
Can't remember his whole name though. But he kind of be destroying it.
Yeah, he on the battle rap scene. I know who you talking about.
Yeah, the battle rap joint. Yeah, so I really don't be into rap.
He come from that era. He come from that era with the the Mooks and the Luxes and all that. Like he come from.
Yeah, cause niggas, I ain't gonna lie, niggas kind of garbage to me at this point. When I hear Superman, let's go, I'm like, I was done with rap. Then I've been done with that shit. Cause niggas, I like Kendrick Lamar.
All I'm gonna say, man, give it a chance, man. Give it a chance. Don't be that man. Don't be that old head sitting on the porch talking about don't run in my yard. Like just give it a chance. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, I would like to say this.
I agree with you, bro. I give you a chance. Y'all tell me some niggas. I don't listen to them, but yeah, I'm one of them niggas old heads. I'm like these niggas garbage. They garbage to me.
I think when it comes to hip hop, I think what makes a great artist is when you can listen to the beat and listen to their flow. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have one and not the other, we'll be like, it's okay. But if you got a dope ass beat and you got the bars, the wordplay, the clever, the punches and all that goes with it, that's what make you a great. And I don't care what nobody say, but just think about what I just said. If you listen to Nas is one of the dopest lyricists of all time, but got the worst beat selection I ever heard in my fucking life.
Not true.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all. That's not true. Now I agree with him in terms of you compare him to other people. That's not true. You know who got some of the best? 50 Cent. 50 Cent got this shit that rocked the crowd. Now he might not be a better rapper. No, he can't rap,
but he can't rap.
He got some of them. 50 Cent can't rap. I can rap. He can rap.
50
but he got some of the best beats.
I think Fifth good at hooks. I feel like what you said. You sound low.
Yeah, you muffled out, bro.
I was saying was he said he can't rap. He's not a great rapper, but he got some of the best beats you ever heard because he was fucking with Dr. Dre and Eminem.
So
he got some of the best beats.
Now you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
You gotta have both of them, bro.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think Fifth power is the hooks. Fifth is great at making hooks and making choruses that people can rock to. That I always thought that he could do that, and he did it. With even far as going later in his career, he still did it. He always had hooks that was catchy, and far as his process, he talked about that as well, where he's not rapping a single verse until that hook is done. Then he's gonna start. You want to make sure that hook.
Let me ask y'all a question real fast. This is one of the best niggas, Jadakiss, with the hooks. Not in terms of like the hook for the song, but just in terms of his music. He has, like he said, if you need silver, he had some of the best hooks I ever heard. Jadakiss. Like Styles P is one of the best ghostwriters. One of the best. I see you over there. You hate on the East Coast, nigga.
No, bro. I love Kiss, bro. But you said he got some of the best hooks.
The best hook. What he said, if it's soft, if it's silver, you got. I can't remember all the joints, but he had some of the best hooks during his music that you ever heard. Like that nigga would spit bars. He had some of the best hooks in his bars that you ever heard.
Bars. Kiss is a bar smith. Yeah. I will never deny that. He's one of the greats from up north. Hey, you can't deny that. I put him in like maybe my top 3 when it comes to just up north rappers. But I don't mean to change subject real quick. I know you just went there. I just want to ask this question because it's gonna tell me a lot about how y'all see hip hop. We watch what K-Dot do to Drake in that little battle shit. I just asked my homeboy. I asked Jizzle tonight, who would win in the verses? He said Drake. I can't disagree with him. But we just watched Kendrick destroy him. Why is that the case?
Listen, that is laughable. Yo, yeah, Drake got the joint, just like I was saying about G-Rap and I was saying about Beanie Siegel, where Drake got the women that's going to listen. Now, Kendrick do got women listen to you, but do you really think Drake can fuck with Beanie Siegel? That's laughable.
No,
that's laughable.
Hold on. Let's stick to the topic. We talking about Drake and K-Dot. That's all we talking about right now. I didn't say he can fuck with Siegel.
Well, Kendrick destroyed him. Easy destroyed him.
We talking about a verse.
He's an R&B rapper. Yeah, he's an R&B rapper, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, from my point, niggas like me, Drake can never fuck with a nigga like Kendrick, because Kendrick come down to the streets, and like I said, I always like the nigga that talk about me. And that's what Kendrick talk about sometimes. Kendrick Lamar talk about. Drake
Respect.
is talking about jets and shit. I don't have no motherfucking jet. Facts, man. That's all I'm saying.
I respect that. Jizzle?
Yeah, I think almost every question that we've asked or every statement that we've or have said, it all boils back to what you value personally. Uh, being from the South, what you value isn't what someone else values. So some people up north, like you can listen to Conway the Machine last album. It'll tell you what he values. Half of the songs don't even have fucking hooks on them. Like Freddie Gibbs, you listen to his album he did with Alchemist. Half of the shit don't even have half-ass hooks. He don't value hooks and being catchy, you know. So it's just what you value and what the audience values, basically, is how I would sum the discussion up, you know.
Let me ask you something, fam, because you rap, right? And you know what I did love about the white boy Eminem was when he cut the beat off and go acapella. That's when I know a nigga really rap. Nigga don't need no beat. He just go at it for like maybe 40 seconds. He just said shit. I'm like, damn, this nigga special. That nigga
So
special.
do you feel
Cause
like
I don't need no beat.
do you feel like battle rap
Go ahead.
is the highest form of hip hop, or do you value what battle rappers do when you look at the smack scene, KOTD and all that, take over
I
the
no,
battle?
I no, I disagree. I would think with the beat because I know a nigga. His name is what's his rap name? But he rapped on the Roots one of their albums. His name is
Black Thought?
something. But no,
You
it was
talking about
another
Black
nigga.
Thought?
If it ain't him, it's another nigga. But he was on Roots. But yeah, I know this nigga personally. Like my mom is like his aunt and shit. Yeah, like no, is it Black Thought? No, I don't. I forgot his name, but his real name Greg. Like I'm not throwing his government. I ain't trying to disrespect nigga. What I'm saying is that nigga is all right, but I'm like he's like a battle rapper, and I'm like battle rapping is okay, but I want the nigga that put his love into it. Where like I'll go back to Big, where we could take our voice up and then we bring it down. Remember, like what was that when he did the Drake show? Uh,
Yeah, I think he got something with his mic.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
think
no, somebody was calling him. Yeah, it was on. What was that? What was it called? When he was talking about. It don't even
yeah, you
matter.
chopping
All
you
I know
chopping up
is
you chopping up.
Big Small. Yeah, well, I was talking about the drink with Big Small used his own voice. He was changing his voice. I value that more than like all that other shit. Where a nigga can change his voice and all that and be two people in one fucking song. I value
it,
that.
Yeah.
it isn't hip hop the foundation of hip hop? Isn't that making a song? You know what I'm saying? Beat, lyrics, hook, put it together to make a song. Isn't that what hip hop is about? Am I wrong for thinking that? Anybody?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
I
that's the
disagree. I
essence.
mean, whatever. You know, what I said. My fault, bro. Go ahead. My fault.
No, I would say I think it might be a delay on there.
Yeah, it's a delay.
I think in essence that's basically what it is. So I think I get kind of where you're going maybe with the just straight bars and that's it. To me, I feel like that the essence of it, what I like to hear personally, uh, I guess I don't like a whole album with that, even though as far as radio standards, they don't play songs on the radio that don't have hooks. So I understand That's just something I like to hear. That's the niche of rap that I like to be thrown in there every now and again, I guess, you know.
So let me ask y'all a question, right? No disrespecting none of the new artists, but how many artists? And this is why they'll say, "Well, like you said, bro, I'm the old man on the porch. Don't get on my lawn." How many niggas can fuck with? If I name niggas right, you tell me right now. Besides Kendrick Lamar, who can fuck with old school rappers from Jay Z, Biggie Smalls, Tupac? We can go Big L. We go Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane. We can go. I can name niggas. Rakim. Name any of these new niggas that can fuck with any of them niggas.
I don't I
So
don't I
let's be
don't
honest.
think
Cole.
Who?
you gotta say late
In the
Cole.
discussion. Cole.
Late Cole. Late J. Cole. But even with that, it's all back
And
to what
Cole,
you
I fuck with
value.
you. J. Cole, all right. He good too. I said the nigga that played basketball overseas, right? Yeah, I know you fucking talking
He
about.
all right. You say he all right.
He all right. He can't fuck with those big smalls though. You know that, right? You ain't gonna say that out your mouth, right?
I
You gonna say
will.
you can
I
fuck with
will.
big.
I will. I will. I
Oh,
feel
no,
like he is better than Biggie Smalls.
Boss man, you tripping, man. You tripping now, please. Please. I know we don't got work today, nigga. So you probably I've been drinking a little bit myself,
And
nigga. Cause ain't no way
I'm
you
gonna
telling me
just
J. Cole was fucking Biggie Smalls.
Yep.
I'm gonna just say one thing about far as Big's legacy and the albums he did when he was here. I almost feel like, and this is no disrespect, definitely rest in peace, Biggie. But
You about to
there's
God damn.
there there's
God damn.
you
Damn, yo,
almost
man.
Biggie almost has the luxury of only having two albums. Like you listen to like someone like a Redman, right? Like he had to keep going, and the one unknown is what Biggie would have been or what he would after. Because you know what happens with these artists, right? You know they had a first album smashing,
I'm
killing
off.
everything. Second album,
Yeah.
okay, cool, killing shit. Once you get to that third album, you figure out who an artist is, and Biggie did. We never really seen that, so it's kind of hard.
Bro, hold on. We draw the double disc. His last album was a double disc, and the last three songs, I remember it was Goodbye, Good Night, and he had three albums. His last three songs on the second disc out of the double disc, he destroyed them joints. Destroyed them joints. We
Well,
ain't never
I
heard
think what
music
I'm saying,
like that.
what I'm saying is what we don't have the luxury of knowing after those three. I count Life After Death as one album because people was dropping double discs left and right at that set point in time, and it wasn't like two double discs with 20
You right.
songs. It was. So there was
Yeah.
skits and things, but so we don't really had a luxury of pitting a Redman versus a Big to see really what it sound like when you got a guy like Redman who just at the beginning of the year dropped some dope shit like 20 years later after coming out. So we don't.
No. Let me ask you a question though, real quick. This is what I always valued with Big Smalls was even when the nigga first started, he never had a bad song. Now Tupac, my problem with Tupac is he made all this music. Tupac got some bullshit ass rap music. We all can agree with that, right? He got some bad songs.
Yeah,
We can
early
agree with
on
that.
it
You never heard.
wasn't. Yeah,
Go ahead.
early on it wasn't the best. That's what I will say.
Big. Now, like you said, maybe because he died early, he never got a chance to make no bad. Big don't have no bad songs except for the one joint, Player Hating, when he was singing and shit. And that's the only bad song you can hear from ever from Big Smalls. He never had a bad song though.
Biggie,
Never had a
Biggie
bad
is not
song.
the best rapper from New York, period, man.
Man, let me go.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
Biggie is not the best rapper from New York, man. Come
Who
on,
is the
man.
best rapper from New York?
Let's be
There you
honest, man.
go. You
And let
know
me
it's
be
this
honest,
shit,
let me be
nigga.
honest for
But
one moment, just for one moment, because
you say
I always
Jay-Z, I know it's Jay-Z.
Tupac is not the greatest lyricist. We can say that. We can say that about Big. We talking about the greatest rapper. What do you consider when you talk about the greatest rapper? What do they have to be that? And then we can talk.
I gotta be able to relate to them, and they wordplay. Like I don't give a fuck about if the women like it. Like, cause you could say LL, then well, he's talking to ladies with all that hip shit, and
And
I fuck with his music,
Biggie had
but he
wordplay.
can't fuck with Big. Yeah, Big got word. He got wordplay to me. He talking the shit that I know. That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
right?
We talking
That's
about
all I'm saying.
wordplay.
Biggie
We
did
talking about
have word.
wordplay like Fabulous. Fabulous got wordplay.
Well, I say Biggie had
No,
wordplay. Biggie did have wordplay. I don't want to say he didn't have wordplay.
he say you
His
got something with leather. 2 T's, 20 G's, nigga, please blow his brains out. Cause with this we don't leave on the road to riches and diamond rings. Real niggas do real things. Hanging with the bitches and song I sing. Real, and that's the shit that
I mean
relates to me.
that
See what I'm saying?
what I will. I mean, I feel like I didn't hear enough. I just would want to hear more. Cause I feel like a guy like as far as lyricism
It took brothers
goes,
though,
I
bro.
feel like Nas is. I would say Nas.
Nas
Vicious.
a kill.
Vicious.
Nas a kill Big.
Nas vicious. Yeah, I don't
I
think
can't.
like I said, I was two niggas from New York, but that's what Nas vicious. No doubt about Nas. Cause Nas, you know, one of my best songs with Nas is when he talked about being a gun. Y'all remember that joint?
Yep.
What was
Hell
that
yeah.
joint called? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
You
forget the
played
name, but
me. Yeah, yeah.
Redman a big
Shit like that.
big.
Red man can't fuck with no Biggie Small. Don't even say that out your mouth, little man. Don't even do that. Don't even do no shit like that. Disrespecting Big Small.
Man,
Come on, man. We ain't gonna do
Redman. Come on. We talking
that.
about
hold on,
Man can't fuck with
hold on.
Big.
I want to get something. When it comes down to it, the lore of Biggie. Do you think it grew after his passing? Like, you know, we seen NY rappers who never said nothing about Nipsey, and this is Jay-Z excluded because Jay-Z was on the Nipsey Hussle train, you know, from you know, supporting them and all of that shit. But we seen even with like what's the Memphis dude, like what's his name, Young Dolph. And then after he passes, you see King of Memphis. When you got guys like 3-6, and you got guys like 8 Ball MJG, and then you saying Young Dolph passed, now he's the King of Memphis. Like, do you think any of that was involved when it comes to Big?
No, I don't believe that because just like I know for a fact, right? Gilly, right? Now we all know who Gilly is now, but Gilly was he was a nigga from Richard Island, and I remember when he got with Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne rap style changed, and that took Lil Wayne to a whole different level where he started bringing East Coast into his rap because he was on some bling bling shit, and I'm like, you gonna get money from the South, but when you started talking about I'm Toronto like the Maple Leaf, that's all East Coast shit, and that's where it took him to a different level with his rap. He like you like a bitch with no with something you don't have ass, some shit like that.
Yeah, bitch, we
That's
don't
all
ask.
East Coast shit. You
You
ain't
said
got
what,
shit
boss?
because we are. Yep.
So, okay, all right. I mean, if you want to say that, I can agree, but I don't know the whole background story when it comes to Gilly and Lil Wayne. I done heard people say Gilly wrote for him. I
Yeah.
don't believe that shit at all. But that
I
but
got you. I got
that
you.
that tells you that down south niggas never hated on up north niggas, man, because we respect where the foundation was built. It's just that we felt like we wanted to be heard, so we went hard. You got to think about it. You hear a lot of down south rappers get, and I know you probably don't agree with this, but they think Jay-Z is the greatest rapper still alive right now. And
Yeah, that nigga 50 years old. Nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody want to hear that shit. He's 50 years old. Fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit right now. And I'm in Philadelphia. I'm like, I fuck with Jay-Z, but if he make an album, they talking about he made an album like a couple years. I don't remember. Nobody want to hear that shit. Nigga, go sit down. Because I got to believe in you. No, what I'm saying though, bro, is I got to believe in you to listen to you. Now I know we not doing that no more like we used to do. We ran the streets. You probably ran the streets in Texas. I ran the streets in Philadelphia. But it get to a point where it's over with, nigga. It's time for the and that's why I like Kendrick Lamar coming at the nigga Drake because he killed that nigga. He was talking his shit.
Go ahead, boss.
So you saying the fact that Jay-Z is now out of that lifestyle that he was, I guess he claimed he was in back in the early 90s, the fact that he's a billionaire, he's doing all kind of other things. You don't want to hear anything about that. You know what I'm saying? You don't care
about that. Like the 444 album, you ain't fuck with that?
No, I ain't fucking with none of that. Reasonable Doubt and like.
Hey, so you know what? I think I figured it out. Like, cause I think when me and Boss talking, when we bring up words like lyricism, like what I've heard you for the majority speak on leans more toward believability and relatability, which I think has nothing to do with lyricism, double entendres, similes, imagery, and all of these things when we talk about lyricism. So I do believe there's almost two different discussions. I'll just say that.
Yeah, and it's like you said, just what you value. It's what you value, and you value relatability. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just saying I agree with what the brother was saying, and I'm not saying it's not an argument in terms of who you think better, but what he just said, that's what I agree on. Like, because I do this, I used to. Well, I don't do it no more, but I used to do the shit in real time. Like I dominate niggas in Philadelphia. I don't play around. So when we talking about tying niggas up, I did all that. That's my thing. Yeah, I'm for real with this shit.
Well,
bro.
we ain't about none of that over here. We we.
I know that. I ain't with that shit either. I'm just saying. Yep, I agree with you though.
Yeah,
I ain't with none of that.
I've been in the street life, and that shit for the birds. So I don't rap about that type of.
No, I agree, but that shit for the birds. I agree with y'all with that. But that's where I relate to. Like the brother was saying, it kind of clicked with me. That's all. That's all I was saying.
I respect it, man. Hey, I just want to thank you for coming and chopping it up with us too, man. This was a great conversation, man.
I love you, bro. And I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna drop off because I don't want to fuck your conversation up. But yeah, I enjoy talking to you. And that's what drop your cash. Do you drop your cash app and shit?
We do, but let me see. We got it in here, Jizzle. Yeah,
it's not in here. Oh, okay.
It's going across the bottom of the screen.
Oh, my fault. Well, I'm gonna drop in the chat room, but I'll drop you a little something. And shout out to y'all. I'll come back. We can talk rap. We can talk whatever.
Absolutely.
Like grown man shit.
Hey,
and I got we can talk about daughters, and I got 4 daughters. I have 4 kids. I got 4 daughters. So you already know, nigga. I'm already under pressure. I'm already under pressure.
Man, salute.
We can talk about family and all that. Yep, but my name Levi. I just go under Rex on YouTube. But yeah, I'll let y'all.
You come from that sector with what's his name? The crazy dude that.
And I hate to say I'm from a sector. I'm not really from a sector. I'm from West Philadelphia, but I know
Okay,
niggas
But
say I'm from the front.
I know it was someone when I used to be around in them I'm talking YouTube politics right now. But I know it was someone named Rex from I think I heard your voice before. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Niggas try to troll me. I'm a nigga that drop my address in real time. That's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's you. That's you. That's
say.
what's up, man. Hey,
Yeah, bro,
appreciate you
that's
coming through
me.
here, man. We
But
over
I
here, we
don't
talk, we do.
disrespect you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
nah,
never
you know.
disrespect y'all. I got respect for y'all. Until niggas start disrespecting me, that's when I get disrespected. That's all.
All right, man. That's what's up, man. Salute to you, man, for coming through. Yeah, man. You know, we don't do this shit but talk shit, swallow spit, talk this hip hop, talk this whatever the fuck over here. But yeah, man, appreciate you coming through.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all be good, bro.
I
All
appreciate you,
right.
bro.
Yeah.
Good
you had
hip hop conversation, man.
Yeah, that was good. Getting the East Coast perspective. You know, we get the down south perspective over here. So that was good to get that East Coast discussion going, man. That was very interesting. I had a few other things. I don't know if was there anything you really just wanted to touch on for this, man. We get go ahead and knock it out of.
What we at 120. Yeah. We can touch on this one. This one won't probably take as long as my other one I had. We'll do that on the next show because that don't have no time constraints to it. But we kind of talked about this a little bit backstage when we were talking about Drake.
Yeah.
And I think the conversation went where it was like, okay, Drake versus Kendrick, and I think you had brought up, he had 13 number one hits that K-Dot couldn't fuck with. But my thing was, I didn't like the Drake that transformed after he stopped doing collabs with Young Money. You remember those days when he was doing songs with the whole Young Money squad and Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Do you feel, this is my question.
Okay.
Do you feel Drake still fuck with Lil Wayne and Nicki, or he don't? Because he ain't been doing shit with neither one of them, bro.
I kind of feel like it's like you've never seen three superpowers move parallel. It doesn't, in the music industry, I feel like doesn't work like that. Like Drake, Wayne, Nicki, like you never seen three just move congruent in the same direction like that. It had to, for them to be who they are now. I feel like it took for them to go off and go into different spaces because they wouldn't have been able to grow into who they are. It's kind of like my family. I'm not gonna say your family. I'm gonna say my family. My grandma, it was the hub. Everybody moved out. Everybody did their own thing. If everybody would have stayed in Shreveport, Louisiana, in Kansas City, people may not have grown into who they were, type of thing. So I think that's how kind of I break it down.
And the way you broke it down is the way I see what Kyrie Irving did once he won a championship with LeBron. He wanted to do things on his own. He wanted to grow and to be a player, and he didn't want to be in the shadow of no one else. I get that. And I'm assuming that's kind of what you was just saying.
Yeah.
But I think Nicki has made a name for herself. We know Drake has made a name for himself. Lil Wayne just dropped an album, bro. Years later after Young Money, and we still haven't heard a Drake Lil Wayne collab. I ain't saying they got to do a whole album, but they haven't done a song together in years. And this man has the success of no other. So we can't say he's in the shadows of Lil Wayne anymore. Why is that, bro?
I mean, I feel like I just answered it, man. No. I can't. It's just that's how it turned out. I mean, I don't feel like I mean, yeah, it would be cool, I guess, for old time's sake. And for Lil Wayne's sake, I think it would be in his best. It would be in his best to do this to try to get something that's actually hot instead of that shit he just put out. But I don't know, man. I can't really answer that question. I don't know. Is it beef? No, I don't think so. I'll just say that.
Well, we do know. Well, let me put this cash app in here real quick. That I guess supposedly Drake fuck Lil Wayne shouted when he got locked up. And I don't think Lil Wayne gave a shit about that. But because they still did music after he got out of prison.
Yeah.
But that's just like Young Dro not doing a song with T.I. And I know Dro is no level on Drake. He's nowhere near Drake. I get that.
Right.
But come on, bro. You mean to tell me you don't think Jay-Z and Big would have did a song today if Big was still alive? Shitting me. They probably would have had a fucking album together by now.
I mean, I can see why you say that. I will say that. I will also say, Drake and Wayne, they live in two different worlds, especially knowing how Wayne moves around. Wayne he seems like a very closed off person. Like he doesn't allow access to himself amongst peers very often. That's how it seems like he's been moving. You'll see him do a collab with Adam Levine or Ed Sheeran or Lady Gaga before you hear him rapping next to another guy. And that's the crazy part is he did a whole album with 2 Chainz. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, because he did a remix on one of the songs that a lot of us didn't like on his last album. He did a remix with Nicki. He still fuck with Nicki. It's something with Drake. I don't give a damn nobody say it's something with Drake, bro.
I don't think I think Drake feel like Metro. If young Metro don't trust him, Drake don't trust nobody. as of now, after the Kendrick beef and all them people flipped up on, he don't trust nobody. He don't even trust Wayne. Hell, Wayne, you doing this with this person? I don't know, but
we'll leave it at that then.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Fuck it, we lied. This has been another one. Had some good discussion up here.
Yeah, man. Salute to the home Drakes, man, for sliding through, man.
Yeah. But definitely hit that like button for hip hop. That's Boss. I'm YJ. We're gonna pop up. We're gonna see the reviews. You're gonna see whatever we put up and whatnot, man. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here,
Fuck it. We go.